Hello Glow Tribe, welcome to Glowing Paints.
I'm Adesh Misala.
I'm Teniola and we are your hosts.
Alright, so this has been a long time coming.
Exactly.
Glowing Paints is finally here. Clock it! I can't take in my excitement. It's a lot. It's moving, it's a lot.
Relax. We know that we are excited, but relax, calm down.
Okay. Alright guys, so yeah, this is Glowing Paints and it's finally happening. We're finally doing it and it's just so surreal that everything is happening and it's a lot.
I feel like before we even dive into the story, because we have gist for you guys, let's tell them what Glowing Paints is all about. So
yeah,
what's Glowing Paints? We'll be shouting, Glowing Paints is coming soon, Glowing Paints is here. What is Glowing Paints?
So guys,
shed more light, I beg.
Yeah, let me do the honors. So Glowing Paints podcast is where we sit to have real conversations, where we talk about things that people don't really like to talk about.
Don't want to talk about.
Actually, they don't like to talk about them, but those things are things that are essential. They are things that we experience and actually need to talk about, and would be, of course, we don't know everything, so we'd also have people who have gone through all of these things that can shed more light to tell their stories. Basically, we're just coming here to tell you stories, to tell you that among these things you're not really alone, and there's people that have gone through them and are actually glowing after going through them. So that is what Glowing Paints really is about, and it's just basically about the lives of young adults. We are young adults. I mean, I remember when Tenny said she had the inspiration, and then the audience was supposed to be young adults.
I know, right? I mean, it was an inspiration I got from Holy Spirit. Yeah, I was just praying that day, and I felt the need to start a podcast. I really don't know what the podcast will be about, but I just knew that I need to reach out to this. I'm particularly interested in children, young adults, because I don't know, I just love teenagers. I love
see Eniola with children. Hey, this girl goes crazy over children.
Yes, you can say that again. Even my friends can attest to that I really, really love children a lot. If you know me, you know that I love children and I love being around young people, because I feel like we need to start training their mindsets. It all starts when if you hear other people's story, it all started when we were small. I know somebody that it started when he was small. He started thinking big when he was small, because it's more than trained him to think big. So I feel like we need to train these people. So we need to train their mindsets and make them understand, find purpose in who they.
And then as young adults, people don't really get us as we do.
Yeah.
And who else would bring you all this premium content if not your fellow young adults? I mean, we've put a lot of plans.
Guys, the sleepless nights,
the money. We've put a lot into it, and it's finally happening, and I'm grateful to God. I'm grateful to everybody let's start from the beginning.
Okay. I think it all started when we came together that we want to start a podcast, right?
No, she called me.
No, we came together. We agreed. I think it was when we came out from this what's it called? IT.
No, that was not the beginning. That's not the beginning of everything.
Yeah.
It started when she called me.
Okay.
I was chill.
Oh, that's true.
You see, like I was it was in the night. Yeah, it was in the night. I was just chilling, and I received Dennis call, and I was like, my guy, Afana. And then we did all the greetings and everything, and then the next thing she said was, oh, she wants to start a podcast. I'm like, oh, okay, that's nice.
I'm a bit shocked.
I'm like, good. No, she said she wanted to start a podcast. I'm like, okay, good for you. And then she said, I want you to be my co-host.
Asta.
Well, okay. I didn't see that happening in my life, but I guess. And then from there, we just started planning. I mean, I do spoken words. I already had, a lot of lines that I was going to drop for our podcast to anticipation videos and all of that. And then we started planning. Then it was True Talk with Tenny. And then after a while, it just kind of stopped. I don't know. I think we went home for holiday, and then the planning stopped. But then we came back again, and we changed names, guys. We've changed names
like 3 times, 4 times now. From True Talk with Jenny to True Talk with Tesh to Growing Pains.
And now Glowing Pains. And Glowing Pains is here to stay. Glowing Pains is here to stay.
Exactly.
I mean, why we changed the first was because True Talk with Tenny, and then after a while that we stopped planning, we came back from holiday.
And we saw that.
Brasavi.
Yes.
Brasavi called us. Brasavi is the manager of the Braze and Creative Concepts. The founder. Apologies. Founder of the Braze and Creative Concepts. If I were using the studio right now, and he called us and he told us that, you know, after the break and everything, there was just such a pause, and we're not doing anything. So we had like a long meeting about it, and then we talked for length, and then started making plans. And then he also mentioned the name, that since there are 2 hosts, it can't be True Talk with Tenny, it has to be True Talk with Tesh. That name is cringe. That name is cringe. I don't know.
Okay, I know it was when we're outside and we're wrapping our head around it and like, oh, your name is Tenny. My name is Tenny. My name is Shimisola. So
T-E-S-H.
Or I know you guys are giving us that weird name.
But then it makes sense in our head. I mean, True Talk with Tesh. Tesh is tush.
Do you get? And then thinking about it, moving on, we're like Tesh.
It was not giving. That was when she came about changing the name
again. and bro, Mama was like, Papa, relax now. We don't change his name again.
But then the reason she gave was valid.
Yeah, actually, because I was studying and I was free at the time, and then the Holy Spirit told me to go check through my journal. See, it's good to write something now.
Learn journal, guys. Journal.
Always journal. It's important. And the Holy Spirit told me to check through my journals and all. And then I saw this name, Growing, and I saw Pains. I was like, okay. Let's see what I say. Like, oh, that's the name. I'm like, oh.
When she told me Growing Pains, remember,
what is Growing Pains? That's the same question I asked. What is Growing Pains?
Like, but we prayed about it, and then we told Brasavi about it. And then Brasavi was like, we had like another lengthy discussion about Growing Pains.
Guys, if you know the discussion we've had, so that this podcast would stay. Oh Jesus!
How many disagreements we've had? I mean, and then along the way we were like, okay, let's just go with it, Growing Pains. But it was not really making sense at the time. But like, okay, let's just stick with Growing Pains.
You know what?
But then,
and I feel like, sorry to cut you short, but I feel like something that is going to be good will not make sense at first. Clack it.
But yeah, along the way, we started, I don't even know. It was just us. We're trying to make plans. The amount of plans we've made for this podcast.
We've already even done our photo shoot already before we even changed the name.
Exactly. We had done photo shoots before changing our name. But then we sat together again to actually write down everything we needed for our podcast. And then we're like, what if the name was Glowing Pains? And then we thought about it. We thought about what it meant. And then we're like, I mean, we put a lot for our growth, and they're not peculiar, or they're not pretty, they're not beautiful, but we have to put in those work to grow. And then we come out glowing, and we're like, okay, fuck it, shark. And I decided, okay, let's use Glowing Pains. And that was how Glowing Pains came about. And then it's been a roller coaster. I mean, she just cried. She's a crybaby. She's a crybaby. I mean, and then we've fought. Guys, Danny broke my heart. Danny broke my heart. Let me tell you what happened.
Relax now.
Well, I've forgiven now. Boy, pay me. So remember when I said that the name was True Talk with Tenny? No, when we already changed the name to True Talk with Tesh, and then I don't know. Then we just started advertising our own podcast, True Talk with Tenny.
It's an advertise. I just said she
But then she was really talking about True Talk with Tenny, and we're doing almost nothing about True Talk with Tesh. Because I don't know what happened at that period. We just stopped planning for our podcast.
Yeah.
And then she was just True Talk with Tenny. Funny thing is, she didn't tell me that she wanted to continue our own podcast, because she had always said she wanted to start our own podcast. But then before she came to me,
I'm not a bad person like that.
she didn't tell me about it. I had to find out. I was seeing the posts, or seeing the every, and then I called her. And then I asked her to explain what happened. And then she was like, oh, that she wants to start our own podcast. And I said, oh, okay, cool. No problem. Go ahead, do your podcast. I'll support you. I'm a good person. I said, I'll support you. But yeah, we can't have our own podcast. And then
it broke my heart. I was like, oh my god.
And then I think we just stopped True Talk with Tesh. But then Brasavi called us. That man, big shout out to Brasavi.
Yes, we love you, sir.
Yes, and then he called us, and then we had like a proper discussion. And then realized that I think she realized that she loves me too much.
I don't know that.
She says she doesn't love me, but we all know she
But I love
does.
her. For this show, I love her.
Yeah, and then we decided, okay, you know what, let's just, because we need to do this together. We've come a long way, and why stop then? And then we continued, and now we're here. And Going Bay is finally happening. And there's, you guys, there's a lot coming.
Really, we don't want to give you guys. We don't want to give you details. Just watch out. A lot is happening. And on this video, we'll be discussing the topic self-discovery and self-love. Yeah.
Yes.
So
what better way to start a great thing than talking about self-love and self-discovery?
I had issues with self-love here, but thank God.
We're going to tell you everything.
Give
premium content. And thank you. Shout out to Brasavi once again. Shout out to Ayodele. Ayodele is our guy, and is the person behind the camera now.
Yes, we love you, Ayodele.
We try to love you. And then shout out to Bravo Day.
Thank you so much, sir. Shout out to Sadiola.
Yes, Sadiola.
And Long Leg. Thank you so much.
Oh, Long Leg. I'm not going to say anything about that person or that name, but yeah, shout out to you, Long Leg.
Thank you so much.
And yeah,
everybody,
every other person.
The love and the support, it really means a lot to us.
Thank you, our tribe members.
Yeah.
Our tribe is kicking off and it's going to be great upward from here.
Yes.
And we'll see you all in our next video. We are glowing through the pain together.
Bye.